Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome back to the Turing test on the PC. As usual, my name is Mike, otherwise known as the Gadget Addict. You join me, we're in the command center here. And we're going to head straight on. We learned it last time about this base on Europa and the crew that are missing, and started doing some puzzles, which there were a couple that was actually, well, there was one in particular that really kind of tested me. But we're going to move straight on here, and that is Chapter 1 done. Now, because this game doesn't come out until the 30th, I'm actually still under embargo, so I can only go as far as Chapter 3. So I'll go as far as I can in this video, and possibly maybe the next video. But then I have to stop until the game's actually out. And once the game's out, then I can carry on with the Let's Play. So it'll be a few episodes, a little bit of a break, and then a few more episodes. That makes sense, doesn't it? Of course it does. Okay, once the loading screen's over. I really hope you enjoyed the first episode. I actually got complimented by... now I'm going to have to find her name now. The actress who plays the Doctor. Let's find her. Complimented by Amelia Taylor, who plays Dr. Sarah Brooke. And she complimented me on my voice, actually. She said my first video, was the favourite one that she'd seen. So that made my morning.
What condition should I expect to find the ground crew in?
Daniel went missing days ago. Chris is presumed dead. We are expecting to find Sarah, Mikhail, and Sochi in a stable condition.
Chris is dead?
He was involved in an accident.
Okay, so we have... lift that up there. That opens that. So we need to get two of these over there. And how are we going to do that then? Like this. There we go. Okay, using the grey matter, getting the brain going.
Could we take a more direct way to the ground team?
Unfortunately, there is not a direct route. The base is buried under ice to protect it from the radiation of space.
Similar to the Mars base.
Similar. Europa's base is slightly deeper into the surface. There is more radiation present from solar events on Mars. But Mars's surface is denser than that of Europa.
Okay, so we have the magnet thing. A box there. And with the magnet thing to here. And then pop the box into the magnet. Yeah, it means we can get that. Right, then hold E, pull you over here. That means we should be able to pick that up. Yep, okay. Things happening. Right. And drop you in there. Move you across here, and then further across that way. Look, I can brain. I can do my brain thing. I appreciate I'm also wildly oversimplifying this game. Can we grab you? Not exactly elegant, but okay, we did it.
Okay, what are their chances of survival here? Oxygen, the food stores, waste management.
Everything seems to be in order. There was a small problem with the food stores, but the crew fixed that up. We successfully transitioned over to a sustainable, small, artificial ecosystem a year ago,
Ooh.
growing fruit and vegetables. It helps boost morale, amongst other things. The crew members could hypothetically survive here for their whole lifetime.
Okay, that didn't move what I expected it to move. Oh, okay. I wanted to move the magnet, though. So how do we activate the magnet? Right. Put you over there. This is what happens when I try to do the puzzle without actually working out everything that we've got. That's the magnets. Okay, we need to activate the magnet. That under the magnet. Right. So that's part one of that. Okay, so I can store 3 of these energy balls up. Right, that's not activated. How do we activate that? In fact, what am I supposed to use that for, in fact? That doesn't actually seem to do anything. Have I missed something here? I've clearly missed something. Oh, you motherfucker. That's what that's for. Duh, should have paid attention. Any one of these activate... None of them activate the magnet. So how... There isn't a pipe or anything, or a power source for the magnet. Or at least not that I've seen. No, nothing there. So fire that there. And that one there. Maybe one on the bottom? Right, okay, nothing activating the magnet. So it's not even like I could be like swapping things around. Maybe I need a different perspective. Maybe I need to look from this direction. So I've got 3 power sources, and I have 3 power sources. I need one to power this. Ah, there! Gotcha, bitch. Right, so I need you over here. God, this game makes me feel dumb. No. Come on. Alright, fire that. There we go! Now, next challenge, how the fuck do I... Alright, okay, hang on. Let's see, we move it slightly over. Not quite... Ugh. Not quite close enough. So slightly back. Okay. You. Come on then. There and there. Boom! Look at me. I can do the things.
My purpose as the overseer of this mission is to work for the ISA. I am the ISA's feet and hands. The distance between Jupiter and Earth make it inappropriate for the ISA to directly interface with the mission directives. As my AI core is stationed on Europa, I can make decisions instantaneously about the running of the base.
Okay, so Tom can do what he wants with the base. That's the long and short of that. Right. Okay, not what I was expecting. I still love the music. Can someone tell me where to get the soundtrack for this game? That was oddly dark. Yeah, not the solution I was expecting to that puzzle. Oh shit. It's only 2 more then. So I need to put... that one in there, because I need that. I like it, actually, making me loop around the same puzzle twice. It's quite ingenious. Clever girl.
How does the ISA know you're gonna make the right decisions here when they can't communicate with us?
Interestingly, I have a twin on Earth. His name is Michael.
Oh, what have I done?
The ISA uses my twin to check firmware updates before they upload them to my site. There is a simulation of this mission on Earth, running at all times to check my expert systems. Naturally, as any modern artificial intelligence running on a quantum computer, I do also have a large amount of evolutionary algorithms at my disposal. However, they were deemed as too unreliable for general use by the mission.
Why is that?
Biological systems produce biological results. Messy, unpredictable solutions. Not suitable for such a mission.
Okay, we need to lift that up there. Connect that to there. Keep the power running. Okay, it's got that. Give that back. Right, okay. I don't need that room anymore. Okay, I'm just wondering what to do next here, so... I've got one box that can go up here. But that's just the one. Alright, that opens that up. That then still leaves me without a way to get through that door. Fuck! Okay. That's how I do it. Alright, fire you there. And fire you there. These people are real psychos for doing this, you know. Can we get up here yet? Okay, can't deal with that yet. Ah, fuck, come on, as soon as I think I should run for that. Ah, it seems to be as soon as I go for it. Weird. Like a security system. Okay, okay. I suspect this will be easier with a gamepad rather than a keyboard. Because then you, rather than like just light tapping like I'm doing now, you could actually, you know, do something. It's also weird to have that whoop, 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 whoop in time with me. Oh, nearly too far. polite conversation. Okay, so we got a secret here. Shall we have a polite conversation? Do I need to type here? Okay, I think you're a robot. I'm not. I'm simply not convinced you are human. I think you might be a robot. I'm not a robot. Okay, so it doesn't matter what I type in, it actually... Okay. I am controlled by my programming. I have no free will. Whatever keys are pressed, it makes no difference. That's why I'm tapping enter right now. I want to escape. I'm pressing the escape key now. Help, I can't escape. I want to break free. Please let me out. Get me out. I'm a machine. I have no control. I must escape. Goodbye, robot. Interesting. Are we going to get into a conversation about metaphysics here? Screw you, security system. Alright.
Did the ISA build you, Tom?
As the child of the ISA, I have been given authority aboard this station. I was designed by the ISA.
Did he see this as the child of the ISA?
Designed in California, assembled in China. But here on Europa, I constructed myself.
That's a creepy thought that he built himself. That's a nice easy one.
Have you heard of the Turing test, Ava? It's a test to see if a computer can successfully impersonate a human.
Am I a robot?
In the original Turing test, a human judge has two conversations, one with a machine and one with another human. They then judge which of these polite conversations is with a machine and which is with a human. The machine being tested is said to have passed the Turing test if the judge cannot reliably tell which conversation is with a machine and which is with a human.
Do you think you'd pass the Turing test?
I am quite capable of polite conversation. Wouldn't you say?
That was really creepy. Okay. Now I'm up here. Where do I go from here? Right, so that's there. I need another one. Which is there. Oh, for the love of fuck. Really? Right, okay, no. That doesn't work. Ah, I know what I need. Okay. Take you out, drop you down, fire you in there, pick you up, run around here. Oh, he couldn't quite jump it. She couldn't quite jump it, rather. It gets you there. Oh, it gets you there. Nearly there. Alley-oop. Nearly got it. There you go, there's the bridge. And there's the exit. Marvelous.
The Turing test has been criticized. Researchers claim it does not correctly test a machine's ability to think, but rather its ability to deceive.
What do you mean?
Well, have you heard of the Chinese room test?
No.
Imagine you are in a room. In this room, you are passed Chinese sentences through a slot in the wall. Inside the room is an instruction book written in English. This instruction book tells you which Chinese words to pass back through the slot in the wall as a response. By doing so, you have a conversation in Chinese. In the Chinese room, because the responses you pass back through the door are the correct responses, the person on the other side of the door is convinced you are a native Chinese speaker.
Well, they're wrong.
Perhaps they are not wrong. Because with the instruction book, you are having a conversation.
But the person stuck in the Chinese room is not aware of the conversation's content.
This is the problem with the Turing test. A computer can pass the Turing test, having convinced a human they are having a polite conversation, while the computer has no idea that a conversation has taken place.
What if both of the people passing Chinese words are reading from instruction books?
That's an interesting thought, that, actually. Sorry, I realised I hadn't spoken for a little while there because I'm too busy thinking and listening to the dialogue. So yeah, so if you're telling a machine...
But I personally do not believe I am stuck inside the Chinese room.
Right, you would say that. I could peer inside your databases at any time, Tom. Or pause your operation.
Do not assume I could not do the same to you.
They're going to hurt me. Alright, so interrupting that closes the door. Excuse me. Yeah, so yeah, it's interesting metaphysical conversation. The idea that the Turing test, for all it is to identify a machine from a human. If you pass the Turing test, you can converse like a human, the polite conversation that we just had. Although it didn't give me the option to actually type anything, everything was just there. It's just what it was. It's an interesting idea. Right, where am I supposed to put this? I don't think I've seen a slot for it. Right, drop you there. That's it. Get the power going there, open the door. And then we need that one back through here to open this door. There we go. How far through are we?
This is the crew's quarters. It looks abandoned.
Daniel McLean. Can we open the door? No, but we do see a picture. Nice family picture. Don't touch. This is the 5th time. Okay. I do not see the need for so many cameras. Tom's presence everywhere is slightly oppressive. I understand the need for transparency, but why is he in the toilets? Tom, care to answer that? Sarah Brooke, Chris McLean. Kids. Nothing on his monitor. Chris McLean is rather fond of a bit of whiskey, or at least a tipple. I say drilling reports. On a roll here, routine inspection. Operation pause, there's an audio log. It's just his laptop. There's pencils. Okay, has he had a falling out with his brother? Because we care. The Canucks, Gerard. Well, if it's not obvious that he's Canadian. Nothing to do with the Globe. No, okay. Let's have a look at Dr. Brooks' room. Very neat and tidy. There's a handsome dog. Nice flowers. Exobiologist, Dr. Sarah Brooks, certificate of service from Ayamisha Industries. The hell is that? .3 cells. Telomeres? The amazing world of science. Biology. Clark Bruce. Why is she looking at these cells? And why specifically at telomeres? He's a Catholic. And doing a bit of chemistry. But there's nothing in any of the beakers or the test tubes. RX only, 50 capsules. As I say, usual dosage 1 per 12 hours. Protect. Okay. Don't think any of these are going to present me anything useful. Where is everybody? Soshiyu and Tokarev. March 6, 2249. The whole team experienced nausea during a large electrical surge in Europa's atmosphere. I'm concerned this was not an instance of mass hysteria. Vital signs were affected. It caused a uniform surge in heart rate that was detected in all members of the crew. I'm reporting to ISA. March 7th. I reported the nauseous incident to ISA. They offered an explanation of electrical disturbance to our central nervous system. That is ludicrous. An electrical surge large enough to affect our nervous system would have done more than make the team feel ill. I'm going to experiment with some shock therapy. March 8th. I've discovered that electronic fields disturb our telemetry implants in a way I didn't expect. I've contacted the ISA. Strangely, Tom was not comfortable with my attempts to disturb the implant. The ISA have reported back informing me that I am not to disturb the implants. They also encouraged me not to discuss this further with the team. I assume that's a swear word in Russian. I'm continuing to investigate. I've been running some experiments outside of Tom's view. I can tell he knows this. He's been acting differently around me, like an offended child. I feel increasingly nauseous. These implants seem to have neural connectivity. Out-of-body experiences are more frequent now. I've established a definite correlation. Against my knowledge, I've been implanted with a device that affects my mind. I use my opportunities and regular health checkups to investigate the crew. We all have them. Every single one of us is implanted with some kind of mind-altering contraption. Tom has been encouraging the team to worry about my mental health. He's requested I retire away from the crew. Misinformation. I cannot will myself to investigate this further. I grow tired quickly. I cannot think straight. I am not sure if the implant is affecting my thoughts anymore. I believe it's trying to subdue my mind. I think I'm going to attempt an excision. I'm going to remove this implant. I'm typing with my left hand now. The excision went wrong. I've successfully removed the implant. Unfortunately, I lost my hand in the operation. Fuck me! Tom is very angry. The crew refused to talk to me. Apparently I'm a bad influence. Sarah patched me up. I wonder if the nature of this organism and its disturbance of my DNA caused my awakening from Tom's influence. If so, that would make for a worrisome revelation. Perhaps this organism is not so friendly. Well, what organism? I'm gonna have missed something here. There was an implant. Where did he talk about an organism? Implant. Dan informed the ISA have called for my termination. My masochistic experiment proves I'm a danger to the mission. Fortunately, he chose not to lock me in the brig. I'm going to have to investigate this implant further. I have to hide my work. The team are becoming increasingly aggressive. They seem to oppose my work to understand the implant. It does not help that Tom is encouraging them to disrupt me. April 7th. I've discovered the nature of the implant. It is a complex computer. It interfaces with the human mind directly. It seems to condition the mind through Pavlovian and instrumental conditioning, eliciting feelings of euphoria when the wearer is obedient and dysphoria when they are disobedient. It also has the effect of suppressing impulses in the frontal lobe, presumably to lower free will. It seems to interface crudely with motor neuron cells through the cerebellum. It is my hypothesis that the crew is controlled by this implant. That is their strong aversion to helping me. I need a method of suppressing its impact. Perhaps a drug? Riluzole? Maybe an antidepressant to minimize the conditioning effects. Combined with a strong electromagnetic field, I could use one of the industrial electromagnets from one of the construction robots. I've managed to get Chris on my side. He has agreed to test some medical procedures with me in private. It'll be more difficult one-handed, but I must persevere. I'm hoping to keep this out of the eyes of Tom, although I have a feeling he will still be listening. Fuck me sideways. I really hope he did it with more than just a fucking first aid kit. Oh god, he was a painter as well. He's now a one-handed painter. What the hell's that? There was a label on it. Morphine. Fuck! He did it in his room! Oh wow. So he was a good painter. Damn. Okay, such are you. Cello player? Is that a cello or a violin? That seems probably going to be a violin, actually. It looks a bit big to be a violin, but not big enough to be a cello. Hi, Matthew. We've been studying organism 119. Alright, okay, so this is the organism. Please find attached scanning electron microscope image which appears to show pilus formation. We hypothesize that this is stress response due to the high levels of radiation. We plan to infect human cell line with organism 119 and perform irradiation experiments with flow cytometry. Would this be appropriate? It'd be great if you could get the department to look at the SEM image. Hey Soishi, it was great to see this image. Yep. Wow, yet more complex life on Europa. Might be worth looking at as it survives very high levels of radiation here on Earth. Similarly, you should consider looking at, these are Latin names, I'm not going to pronounce them, produces pill in response to radiation and use them to transfer DNA. Perhaps your organism used similar mechanism. Have you considered that organism 119 is transferring or scavenging DNA as a method of surviving radiation? As you well know, in terms of radiation, Europa receives 5.4 SV per day, over 300,000 times the level on Earth. The organism must have evolved such a high resistance to radiation as it is a necessity of survival. That said, the radiation beneath Thera Macula is much slower due to the thick ice crust. Radiation experiments of flow cytometry sound like an appropriate course of action. And that's Professor of Astrobiology at the ISA. Hi Matthew, I've attached an image confirmed that organism 119 attaches to human cells. We will proceed with irradiation experiments on these cell lines. We propose the name of the organism 119, Europa radiophilus. What do you think? Hi Matthew, we have now run the irradiation experiments to confirm that E. radiophilus does indeed seem to confer resistance to radiation. See attached, we assume survival is due to DNA damage repair. We tagged various DNA repair enzymes with GFP and have found that DNA double-strand break repair is occurring. This is getting complicated. Hi Soshi, something is amiss. I don't know what is performing the repair. The lab doesn't know how E. radiophilus, good name, could repair DNA. Have you considered that another organism may be in a symbiotic relationship with E. radiophilus, perhaps a virus? We ran a PCR on the human cells exposed to E. radiophilus to see if there was any virus present. We have discovered an unknown virus which we have named Unknown Europa virus, UEV. Gel electrophoresis image attached. Fucking science terms. Sorry, I'm not this dumb, but it's hard to pronounce them as you're reading them. This is phenomenal. You need to sequence this, Matthew. Okay, so you got this virus that's attaching to DNA. We finished sequencing data attached. It's a virus unlike any I've ever seen. Maybe we have found a cure for senescence? A form of biological immortality. Oh, wow. We're running some long-term tests on plants and mice to see the effects. The plants are clearly exhibiting longer lifespans when exposed to the organism. We don't have the facilities here to continue testing. We're going on to human testing. We're going to test ourselves as subjects. It's the only way to accelerate the process. Fucking hell. I'm playing God here. Cute picture. Oh god, he was going to ask his girlfriend to marry him. Bit Star Trek. Rubik's Cube, Banzai Tree. It's all very generic. Dr. Sochi Yu, Certificate of Service. Oh. So what is it you found then, Sochi? We found an extremophile, i.e. an organism that can live in extreme conditions. It survives massive dose of radiation. Radiation damages DNA. The extremophile has a virus living inside it. The extremophile scavenges DNA from other organisms, which the virus uses to repair the extremophile's damaged DNA. Essentially, they work together and survive what's called a symbiotic relationship. So what's the implication? What does it do? In some ways, it's an immortal relationship. It doesn't seem to age biologically. Aging and death are ultimately caused by DNA damage. We have the ability to fix our DNA, but that is limited. This organism can repair damage caused by massive doses of radiation. If we could harness this power, we could potentially eliminate the biological age in what is known as senescence. We found something that can make humans immortal. Not exactly. There are many causes of death other than DNA damage, but it would not save you from trauma, from brain damage, from cardiac arrest, etc. But it could potentially cure cancers and many genetic diseases and massively increase life expectancy. To be honest, that is really fucking interesting. And he gets motion sickness. Earth. Okay. And that was chapter 2 done. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for now. I need to check whether I can do to the end of chapter 3 or whether I need to stop chapter 3. Like, this is where I have to stop until the 30th. So, if you enjoyed this, please do leave a like and subscribe. I will finish this game. I will go through this whole game, but it might be a couple of days for the next episode. But I'll let you know on that one. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please do leave a like and subscribe, and come back next time for more fun from the Turing test. For now, thank you for watching, and good night.